factory I/O. This is lab 3, Mechatronics at Clover Park. So I've got my main here. I'm on the main window. I've got my factory I/O settings. I don't know if you need this or not, but I deleted it and it still ran. I think they say you need it though. I've got an auto function, a manual mode function, a stop function, a counter, and my main function box is down here, which is a little different than lab 3 is asking for, but I'm ahead and deconstructing some of this, I think. All right, so let's go look at the different functions. For this one, they want a sequence and they want auto. So let's go to the sequence and we'll go ahead and turn this thing on to auto, get it running. Might be annoying while I talk, but whatever. So there's step 1. We'll go ahead and turn on the watch table so we can see what's going as we're going. Here's step 2 is firing right now. And then we're on to step 3. It's got a timer. It's going there for 2 seconds. I set 3 up a little different. Let's go ahead and pause this guy for a second. So as we're going through these steps, we've got it coming in as an initialized start, moves from 1 to sequence 1. Sequences are on the top, manual steps are on the bottom. And then it goes into system stop, can shut it down for the auto mode. The manual doesn't really need that because it's 1 step at a time. And then we have our function block here for steps. I've got the sequence number is completed, and then I have a conditions met, and then it kicks out to the timer, runs the timer through, and then goes into a move box, which takes us from 2 down, or from 1 down to 2. And I'm running out of my trial period on TIA portal. Ends tomorrow. So then now we're on step 2. It goes through here. I'll go ahead and let it run here as we're talking so you can kind of see it. It's going to be annoying though. So there's step 2 lit up. Doesn't use the manual leg at that point. And then it moved down. It's going to step 3. Runs the 2 seconds. Kicks over to 4. There's the 4, step 4. Then it kicks out the conditions. So I was setting up a little bit of an error thing here. So we've got our conditions met, and then it'll fire off instead of having it in the main one. Not sure if that works, but basically it goes through here, gets my conditions met, and then conditions are met is active. It allows the timer to start and move through. Kind of my way of stopping it if conditions aren't met, but I haven't been able to figure out a way to not meet the conditions. So I'm going to have to figure out some way to make it fail. Yeah, so that's it for the sequence. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Step 0 is up here, kind of just an initialized one. Then it runs through the different steps, sequence start, sequence number, and sequence complete. If the sequence is complete, that shuts that down and comes back to the start. We've got sequence complete right here and reset right there. So then we've got auto mode, which is running right now. Let's turn that on. So we're locked into a latch right here. We've got auto, system stop, and then start sequence is running, which latches into itself. If I hit the stop button, it unlatches. I'll restart it. If I hit the manual button, it unlatches, and we're good to go on both those. And then we can restart it once we turn back to manual. It gets going again. Then we'll go into manual mode. Press the button, and let's go look at manual mode. There's manual mode running. There we go. So I've got an R-Trig here on the front edge detection for the start button. Manual mode is set, and I have this basically locked in up here for a memory bit. Runs through these other 3 memory bits. Manual mode is good to go. Our Trig can't fire again until I hold or release the button. And there's that little gap right there that stops it from going past start Trig. So we'll go ahead and hold the button down. I'm holding it down still, and it just does 1 step. Press and hold, it just does 1 step. It doesn't go into full auto mode like it does without R-Trig. And then we got 4 steps set up here for this. So we're on step 3 right now. We can go back over and look at that. All pretty simple here. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Got to relabel those. I forgot to do that. There we go. Step 3, step 4. And then at this point, if I want to go back into auto mode, I'll click it over. And notice that it's not using the timers for manual mode. It just uses it for auto. Boom. So now we're back into auto mode. It's going through 1, 2, 3 steps because it was in a condition it could fire from. Might need to fix that a little bit, but that's not affecting the machine. It's just semantics, I guess, until I get to a more complex machine. Yeah, so that's it. That's lab 3 and probably lab 4 because I'm using timers. I'm using Trig. I'm using sequencing. I'm using function blocks. My main block here is running. We'll go look at that while it's running. Not much to see here though. So if I wanted to upgrade this system and put on different items, I could just lock them in here and they will come up in. You just enter in whatever it is at this point. So I come in and pick my thing out of the tag table, which let's go look at that. So we'll look at the tag table. I forgot about that. Oops, there we go. So here's the tag table. I've got all these other ones, blank ones put in already, but we got some memory bits, inputs. I've labeled them all I start. It keeps them in order, so all my I's are going to be up on top. It should have if I could alphabetically order it. There we go. Alphabetical order. There we go. So now it's into I's and Q's. Which kind of keeps it separate, but cool. Yep, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll let you know how that monstrosity of a function block works. I think it's going to work good. I noticed that if you go in and use a 1500 and do graphing, sorry about that, graphing, you will get something that looks pretty crazy like this. So I kind of designed it around the way that I think Siemens wants you to have things running, but I could be totally wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.